Although she may not be on the card, it'd be silly to think that we would not run into Sarah Kaufman. How are you, young lady?
I'm doing really well. It's really fun to be at the EA Sports Center, and just found out that I'm in the game, so that's really neat.
Have you done the motion capture stuff?
I haven't done any motion capture. I actually would really like to, because the whole suits and how they do it, the technology is incredible.
Well, who are we kidding? You would love the suit because it covers you completely. No sun can touch you.
No sun, and it's black, so it's perfect. Slimming as well.
Well, the real conversation should consist of the fact that you and I really thought you were going to be on this card. Unfortunately, you are not on this card. Is it still bothering you, or is it just, at this point, sweep it under the rug?
I really, really wanted to be on the Vancouver card, and as it turned out, I had a car accident 5 weeks ago, so at this point I'm not as upset because, maybe circumstances would have been different had I been in a fight camp, but I don't think they would have, and unfortunate things happen, and so they kind of lead to where we are now, but I get to be here as a fan and as a fighter as well.
And of course, how are you feeling since the car accident? For those that don't know, can you explain what happened?
Well, someone was driving with a cat in their car. The cat got under their feet, apparently, and anyway, so they blew a red. I ended up trying to stop so I wouldn't hit them, and I ended up hitting them and kind of totaled the front of my car. So dealing with some whiplash and that kind of thing, but getting to the point, hopefully, where next week I can wrestle and do full fight training again.
The question I'm getting online via Twitter when it comes to your name, it's the same thing. What is going on with Sarah? Who is she fighting? Who does she want? When will she be back in the octagon? And I said, I'll tell you what. When I get to Vancouver, I will ask that very question. Can you answer that?
Well, I don't know where I'll be fighting or when I'll be fighting. At this point, I can't commit to a fight date, unfortunately. I'm hoping, sometime in August, early September. That kind of gives me 8 to 10 weeks. I'd like to be cleared as soon as possible. I'm kind of going a little antsy. And I really want either Miesha Tate or Kat Zingano, are the two people that at this point I think are fights that the fans, they want them. I want them. Miesha has said she wants the fight. So at this point, let's give her the fight. She says she wants the rematch again, and I'd happily knock her out.
I was under the impression sources were telling me that neither Miesha or Kat were entertaining competing against you. You're telling me otherwise.
Well, I don't know. Miesha has done interviews where she has said that she wanted, I was one of the names that she said that she wanted the fight of. I don't know if they're entertaining them. I think that they should be, and at this point, you're ranked number 1, number 3 in the division. You should take those fights.
You're having a good time on Twitter. You're arguing with a couple different ladies out there. Any messages you want to send out to certain people, or are you going to calm down today?
I don't think that it's a matter of me stirring things up. I actually just say things that I truly believe. I've been very respectful to Kat. She's gone through a lot over the last year, but at this point, if you're getting ready to get back in the octagon, Dana said she needs a warm-up fight. I'm ready. I'm here. I'll be your warm-up fight. Maybe you think it's an easy fight or a terrible fight, but I'd be happy with the fight, and the fans would be really happy with the fight. It would prove that you're actually a number 1 contender and deserving of a title shot.
Sarah Kaufman, a warm-up fight. That should never be put together in the same sentence. We're here in Vancouver specifically. Demetrius Johnson taking on Ali Bagotinov. He's the fastest man in mixed martial arts. Mighty Mouse says, what does Ali Bagotinov need to do to try and emerge the champion? Because right now, Demetrius Johnson is heavily favored.
I do think that Demetrius will likely come out with the win, most likely a decision, I think. But I do think it'll be a really exciting fight. Ali really needs to ensure that Demetrius doesn't get on his own pacing and his own rhythm and his own distancing. If Ali is able to kind of put together flurries, back Demetrius up, land some straight punches, some hard punches down the middle, make him think twice about coming in for shots. Ali does generally a really good job of mixing in the knees, the high kicks, the front kicks, different punching combinations, and then with his takedowns, I think he's going to have to put all of those together in kind of the perfect storm in order to beat Demetrius.
And of course, speaking of distancing, you got Rory McDonald and Tyron Woodley, and that's something that Rory's got to be very, very cognizant of, because if you're in that wrong range, Woodley will knock him out. He's got just that type of power, but Rory's got a spectacular jab. I personally think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if he can try and put Tyron on his back, Rory's got some of the best ground and pound in the sport. I think that could be a key to victory for him. What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Rory in one of two ways, either fighting like he fought Jake Ellenberger, really staying on the outside, feinting and faking and mixing up, his hips for the kicks and the knees to try and stop Tyron from coming in. But Tyron also doesn't shoot that low, so those might not be as beneficial. So I think that he'll either have to do that and kind of make it a boring fight in the sense of not engaging as much, or he's going to have to try and turn the tables, kind of like what he did with Nate Diaz, get in control, try and get the takedowns, get the back control, and work the ground game a little bit.
I think, Jackie Redmond, if you're watching this right now, you may have a challenger to your new position. I went through Sarah Davis, I went through Sofia Jurgsevich, Jackie Redmond. Sarah Kaufman's paying very close attention. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much.